Hi, I'm Steve Richardson. Do you have a lot of student loans here in New Jersey that you simply can't afford to pay? And you have a lot of other debt, credit card debt, medical bills, and you're looking to file bankruptcy? If so, you might be asking yourself, can I discharge my student loans in the bankruptcy? You might have also heard it is very difficult, if not impossible, to do. And that is true. It is very difficult to discharge a student loan in bankruptcy because you have to meet a three-part test. First, you have to show that you could not maintain a minimum standard of living if you were forced to make the student loan payments. Secondly, you have to show that this is a persistent state of affairs, that your inability to maintain this minimal standard of living is going to continue for a significant portion of the repayment period. And the third is you had to have made a good faith effort to repay. Well, what's that third one? What's a good faith effort to repay? Well, that goes back to the origins of this test back in the 1980s. And this is before student loans, including private student loans, were made non-dischargeable absent this finding of an undue hardship. Back then, if you had a government-backed student loan that was less than 5 years old, you couldn't discharge it without showing undue hardship. So there was that 5-year period of time that you had to meet that test. After that 5 years, then you could discharge it without showing undue hardship. So when the court says you have to show a good faith effort to repay, they really were talking at that time about that 5-year period. They're saying, look, you just graduated school. It hasn't been that long. And now you want to wipe out the debt? Have you even tried to make the payments? So you have to put forth some effort. You can't just give up and say, I'm never going to be able to pay it. There has to be some effort to repay. And that's what that's talking about. So, if you live here in southern New Jersey and you have a lot of student loans that you just can't afford to pay and you're wondering if you can discharge them in bankruptcy, please feel free to give my office a call. I'd be happy to sit down with you in my Woodbury office, discuss your situation, see whether bankruptcy is right for you, and whether you might be able to get those student loans discharged.